friends, my name is Martin and I'm going to teach you fighting in all the ways possible. Martial arts to self-defense, you're at the right spot. We're going to learn to fight one move at a time. And today's combination is going to be with a small and light bed. This is aluminum and it's hollow, so it's quite the light and fast weapon. And if you don't have a bed at home, I have two suggestions for you how to improvise. One is just this piece of paper. It's like paper for gifts, but it could be the parchment you use in your oven. And for the simulation of flexibility in movement, it works quite well. Obviously the impact is not the same, but practicing the moves it works. And the other thing I found is this tube of cleaning device. Again, it is not solid, here's a wiggling part, but it can practice the motions. So it needs to be light, it needs to be long enough that you can grab it with two hands. So one part, just my forearm is not enough, a bit longer, but from there, look what you have at home to improvise something like this. Obviously, if you have a bed, I recommend you use this. And today's combination is going to be relatively simple. We're going to start from a slightly loaded position, up, down, down again, load, finish. And of course we're going to break everything down again, every single part, use it step by step, make it easy and practical. Before we start though, as always when you practice with a weapon in your home, watch out that you're not destroying your stuff, watch out that you're not hitting yourself. Stay gentle and control of what your body can do today. We're going to do a small mobilization before we go into the actual combination in order to check in how we're feeling today, how strong and fast you can go, and to remember to be mindful and respectful to your limits. So start by mobilization, a few turns in the right foot and the other way around, just to prevent some injuries and get warmed up at home. Now the other foot. Always both directions. Same with the knees. Slight and gentle rotations, both directions. And now the hips. You can use this to feel in your body. Is there any injury, soreness, stiffness today? The other way around. Something to pay attention to. Now the shoulders to both sides. You can use this to mobilize your spine in both directions. Wrists, quite important for working with weaponry. The elbows as well. And switch direction. Shoulders. Backwards too. And last but not least, the leg up and down. And left and right. Perfect. Get your weapon, get your tool. We're going to practice the move always on both sides. I'm right-handed, that's my dominant hand, so if I work right-handed I have to grip as low as possible, close my fist around, have the left around the grip as well, tightly connected. Now the end of the weapon I'm going to put in my armpit is a gentle loaded position. Right? From here I could already strike, do things, but we're now going to practice this as a carry position. From here my right foot is slightly in front of my left. So again, I'm not super combative right now, but I'm ready to go. And the first thing we're going to do is the blocking defensive motion. It's called a roof block. And it's up here. I'm extending my hip, I'm lifting both elbows, and I have an angle here to hide my head behind. So my face is not above, not directly below, but I'm going to push the bed forward, and I have a strong outside of a 90-degree angle in my arms and a slight downward slope in my weapon. At the same time, I'm going to push my step forward to gain proper stable stance. So I'm prepared but relaxed and drop into this. See that I'm slightly angling to the side, just going. Most of the time this comes from striking motions, but now we start relaxed. And we're going to do this motion on both sides 10 times each. You're going to start with the right hand at the bottom of the grip, the right foot in front, 10 times from the prepared position into the roof block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we switch side. This means we also switch the grip. The left hand goes down, the right hand up. Depending on your dominant hand, that might feel very weird. But practicing weapons on both sides is a very good way to become ambidextrous and to gain more skill in general. So again, putting the weapon in my right armpit now. The left foot is in front, gentle position from here up into the roof block for 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Switch back, the right hand down. We're going to be alternating both sides with every move we make. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to load the weapon up now on our shoulders, just to have a starting position for this first strike. And I'm going to add a downward strike from the top downwards and then back up on my shoulder. So it could be a very nice strike to the top of the head, to the shoulder, or even slightly angled to the temple. But the important part is I'm going to start on my left side, extend to the middle, and go back on the left side. So I'm rotating on my left, and this allows me, like you're already seeing, to generate a very nice frequency of strikes. I don't want to switch sides, different tactic. So from here, I'm going to throw the hip down, and now I'm going to pull my hip back up. There's this rotational movement, keeps me going. Slightly up, down and back, up again. Now we're just going to do one strike for the moment. And again, we're going to do 10 repetitions of this on each side. The right foot is in front, the right hand is down on the weapon is already loaded on your shoulder, and we're going to do downward strikes in a rotational manner and back in the starting position. 10 times, get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch positions, hand side, left hand down, left foot in front, same thing on the other side. 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It is very normal that one side feels really strange when handling weaponry, and in fighting you're going to stay with your dominant hand, but again, practicing both sides increases your skill level tremendously. The next thing we're going to do is quite easy. We're going to combine the two parts that are already there. So we have the roof block, and from there we're going to do downward strike and up on our shoulder. Combinations need connectors between strikes. So we're going to throw the hip up for the roof block, and we're going to pull the hip back and extend in a downward strike. What important is switching in my wrist. I'm going to do it a bit lower so you can see better. This is the roof block, so both my knuckles point up. From here I'm going to push my right hand from the left hand back. Here's a rotation, so now my knuckles point forward, and with the strike they point downwards. So it's like a flick wrist. But watch out that you're not over flicking to the side. So from here I'm pointing forward, pointing to you. Here. And we combine this with the hip. Left hip forward, left hand forward, pull back, left hand, left hip, downwards. And now the right hip points forward. We did the whole thing, left foot in front. From here, no, sorry. Right foot in front, right hand, of course. I'm going to pull up to the roof block, down to the strike, back to the shoulder. I'm going to do this 10 times on each side. I'm going to show you with an angle, up, down, and with an angle from the other side as well, up, and down. I have to watch out for my furniture here. The best striking angle I have is towards the room so you can see properly stuck. 10 times roof block to downward strike. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we switch to the other side. Left hand down, left foot in front. The weapon is resting in our right elbow, up to the roof block, down to the strike 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to the original right side. We're just going to continue with exactly the same strike. I was already hinting at that. This weapon is light, and we have a circular motion on the same side of the body that allows for high frequency of striking. Hitting once and then hitting again is a very solid technique, especially with impact weapons. Imagine the other person is blocking, so you hit the block and hit immediately again. If there's impact, something is going to move, now the target is free. Or maybe you're not doing enough damage with one strike, so you're striking and striking again and striking again and striking again. We're going to do this 2 times. So we start from this loaded position on the shoulder. Downward strike, the weapon is coming back up, and from here we immediately going to go back down. What is very important is this hip rotation. I'm going to pull my weapon back with the hip rotation, and now up with the forward momentum and down again. It's a very strong emphasis on this hip rotation. This allows you to connect the inertia of the weapon immediately into the next strike. And those connectors again are vital. We have defensive to offensive connector, and now we have offensive to offensive connector. So we're going to start loaded position. Right hand on the bottom of the weapon, right foot in front, and 2 times the same strike in a row. Watch out that you stay on target, that you have a nice momentum going, and you're not stopping the motion. So one more time before we start. Is down, down, and then you rest. Now we do this 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch to the other side, left hand down, left foot in front. 10 times the double strike. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. And back to the original right side. We have one final strike, and then we're going to start building the whole thing together. From this loaded position on the shoulder, we're going to do a strike parallel to the ground. So we have downward strike, it could be with a slight angle, and I would want parallel to the ground. Remember, it's like in boxing. It makes a lot of sense to switch up the angles of attack so your opponent has a harder time blocking and you're maximizing the damage you're doing. So downward, parallel to the ground. Again, it's this hip rotation. And what I'm going to do now here is I'm not going to pull through and land on my right, quite possible, but we have a light weapon. And it is a very useful thing. I'm going to switch sides now so you see that as snap. Here and I go back. Very fast, back, and I could immediately follow up with something else if I wanted. This only works with light weaponry. With stronger, heavier weaponry, it is quite hard. But we have this advantage here. So left hip throws forward, the arms extend. You see the snap in my hands again. I'm going to show you it from the sides like this, so it's easier to see. Right hand pulls back, left hand stands, and then the moment I'm hitting, my arms pass the target a bit. From here I'm going to pull my hip back and retract the weapon at the same time. Nice targets are the temple, the jaw, the hands if they're up. You're just going to practice the snap. Start on the left side, go to the middle, go back to the left side with a complete body rotation. The right hand is down on the weapon, the right foot is in front. We snap from left to right. 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Obviously the same thing on the left, so left hand down on the weapon, left foot in front. Weapon is on the right shoulder and we're going to snap right to left. 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Watch out if your trajectory is like wobbling a bit. I feel the difference between my right hand and my left hand leading quite strongly. The right is very direct in the target acquisition and the left has a bit of sway because the weapon control is just not as good. But it's practice. Noticing that is part of practice too. Nobody's perfect. We're on the way to getting better. We're going to combine the two strikes we did today. So right hand down again, right foot in front, downward strike, back to the shoulder, they keep this loaded, snap. Downwards, load, snap. When you can already see how this hip rotation is always the same. So up for the roof block, down for the first strike, down for the second strike, for the snap. Here, here, here. Weapon striking is quite similar to hand striking and the mechanics overlay really nicely. For now, downward strike, snap to the side. Downward, snap. Again, watch the connectors. I'm using the moment of contact with my shoulder here to immediately initiate the snap. downwards, sideways. That's the way we're going to. Right hand on the bottom of the weapon, right foot in front. 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Left hand on the bottom of the weapon, left foot in front, downward strike on your right, and then snap from right to left. 10 times. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And with this, we're at the final piece. We're going to combine it all. So we have roof block, downward strike again, snap to the side, ready position. Ending in a ready position is important because you never know what's going to come next. Every combination should be combat ready, so you can use that to do something practical, but in the end it's more a didactical tool in order to learn how to mechanically connect strikes and what tactical ideas are behind that. And from there you need to perceive what you need in the moment. So always stay sharp for the next connect. We're going to start right hand on the bottom of the weapon, right foot slightly in front, in the left crease of the elbow, roof block, downward strike, snap to the side, ready. That's today's combination. So from here, 10 times, deep breath, and get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally 10. Perfect. For the last round, let's switch to the left. Left hand on the bottom of the weapon, left foot in front, crease of the right elbow. And from here we're going to do the whole combination. Roof block, downward strike, snap to the side, ready position. 10 times. Deep breath. And get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Put your weapon to the side. I personally am a big proponent of practicing with weapons, especially like the two-handed big weapons, because they force you to adapt the proper mechanics of timing, distance, reach, strength generation, connection of motions, all of this. And it applies really nicely to unarmed striking as well, but of course Remember, self-defense depends on circumstances. Just hitting somebody with a bat could be a very serious crime depending on circumstances and depending on legislation. We're just here to learn how and when you're a responsible grown-up person. We're going to finish today's practice with 3 deep breaths. And the first one is to calm your body, calm your mind. Arrive back here, slow the heart rate down. The second is to integrate what you just learned with everything else you already know. Store the information properly in your mind so you can access it again. And the third is to be grateful. Mastery takes time, effort and discipline. You showed up today, you learned something, so be grateful for this. So 3 deep breaths. Thanks so much for practicing with me. There are tons of tutorials and workouts on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to do these workouts live every Friday on my YouTube and on my Instagram at 6 p.m. Central European Time. So join in, practice with me, ask the questions, and we all get better together. I'm really grateful that you're here. The best way to support is leave a like, leave a follow, but of course you can level up your engagement. Go to my Patreon, find all the tutorials I have there, and you will learn very quickly quite a lot. For everybody in the stream, I'm going to do 1 extra tutorial right now. That is the incentive to come and train live, because you get a little bit of extra information about the mechanics and basic properties of fighting with a band. For everybody else, thank you so much for being here. See you on the next one.